George Soros bankrolled the lie Hillary Clinton greenlit the script, and the FBI torched the evidence. America's biggest political scam wasn't just a cover-up, it was a full-on op. That's not some conspiracy theory. That's a line pulled word for word from a declassified email chain routed through Zurich, signed off by Soros's right-hand man, and buried under layers of national security red tape, until now, on some random Tuesday morning in Arlington, Virginia, former chief investigator Kash Patel gets an unmarked envelope. No stamp, no prints, just 4 words on the front in thick black ink. For the Republic inside, more than 40 pages of scanned docs, emails, metadata logs, photos of shredded files. None of the headers wiped clean. Whoever sent it wanted the truth to hit raw right at the top. A name Kash knew instantly: Leonard Bernardo, Senior VP at the Open Society Foundation, OSF. The global empire built by billionaire George Soros. The puppet master himself and the recipient? Julie Price, a senior political advisor for Hillary's 2016 campaign. Her name had been whispered for years as the mastermind behind Clinton's media war machine. Now it wasn't a whisper. It was ink. The first email read like a scene straight out of a political heist movie. Julie writes, "This'll be a long-term play to smear Putin and Trump. Right now it's good for a post-convention bounce. Later the FBI will pour more gas on the fire." Attached? Another exchange, even clearer. HRC signed off on Julie's plan. The Russian hacker angle will distract and destroy, directly recommended by GS. Kash froze on the letters GS, George Soros himself. He turned the page. Metadata confirmed it. The emails were routed through a proxy in Zurich, where OSF ran a hidden branch under something called democratic globalization. A sweet little euphemism, Kash thought, for tearing down sovereign nations with media spin and soft power. So he called in his most trusted ally, Tom Homan, ex-acting ICE director, and no stranger to exposing shady power networks. Tom skimmed the docs, jaw clenched, eyes sharp. If Soros was in this from the jump, this ain't just political sabotage, he said coldly. This is foreign-backed regime destabilization, and Clinton's crew walked right into it. Together, they dug deeper. The money trail looked squeaky clean, too clean because it was designed to look that way. Since 2015, OSF had quietly bankrolled a shell consultancy called Think Democracy, marketed like some nonpartisan civic group. But in reality, it was a data and message firm contracted to Clinton's campaign to control the spin. Then it got darker. One of the email chains, the one hyping Russian hackers, was flagged by an FBI analyst mid-level 3 weeks later. That same analyst turned up dead. Local cops called it a fatigue-related accident. But traffic cams in the area cut out for exactly 10 minutes during the crash. Kash hit the final pages. A photo of a burn bag, government-grade evidence disposal, dumped straight down a chute inside FBI headquarters in D.C., scrawled on the side in fat Sharpie. Clinton 2016 Russian plan destroyed. 1. AMJ SLBJP present. 3 initials. JS. John Sullivan. Clinton's legal bulldog LB. Leonard Bernardo. OSFJP. Julie Price. This wasn't an accident. This was straight-up collusion, destruction, cover-up, and tucked between the sheets. One last note, just a single line. Blue ink, thick paper stock. If you don't stop him now, he'll turn America into just another puppet state. A former asset. Kash didn't even have to ask who him was. He just looked across at Tom and said quietly, "Soros ain't behind the curtain anymore. He is the curtain." The silence between them didn't last. Kash spread the burn bag photo across the table and slid the note toward Tom. "This is just the smoke," Kash muttered. "Let's find the fire." He fired up his laptop, pulled up a private mirror of a database he'd been building in secret for years. PAC donations, shady foundations, Shell fronts. One keyword, Open Society Foundation. Instantly, the screen lit up with dozens of connected webs at the top. Texas Majority PAC America, Votes Democracy Alliance, all funneling heavy cash straight from OSF accounts. Check the timing, Kash pointed. Money dropped right before the first 2016 primary debates, over 11 million in just under 3 weeks. Tom narrowed his eyes at the chart. They weren't reacting to Trump, he said low. They were planting the narrative before it even existed. And then he pulled his own folder. ICE external bold stamped on the front, inside, a remittance trail. Look at this, a nonprofit in Mexico. Fake name Centro para la Integridad Pública wired $4.2 million to a U.S. account labeled Protect Democracy. Guess the date? Kash leaned in. When? 4 days before Hillary announced her campaign. They both froze. They knew what it meant. Not foreign meddling against the U.S., but foreign influence through the U.S. system.